What up, man? Can you hear me?
What's good? What's good?
Oh, what's up, man? What's up, man?
What's up? Nigga, what the fuck you got on, man?
Man, it's Nike jump.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nigga, from the top, it look like you finna go sing in a choir or something. Nigga, I saw that white band around the top. I was like, who is this, Reverend Upshaw?
That's a dude with like a choir robe.
The mass choir singer face ass. Nigga, I thought these was some choir robes. I thought this nigga had a choir robe on.
That's a dude fighting with choir robe. I just realized.
Man.
I just realized that, man. Man, that's crazy.
What my people say, face ass nigga. Oh man.
Man, I'm through, dog. That's it. That's too much.
Oh man.
Oh man, you stupid, man.
I ain't know what was going on. Like, this nigga just came from church.
Hey, Krystals program rehearsal.
Oh boy. What's good with you, sir?
Man, life is good, man. Just working, man. Just got done. Got a little more stuff to try to work on when I get through.
All right. What's good? It was good. I am your host, Jason J. Will Does It. And I got my guy, Reverend Upshaw himself.
Choir robe Ivan.
Choir robe Ivan himself.
I'm looking like I'm in the Sunshine Band and the kids choir.
All you need now is to pop out with that tambourine. Oh man,
I bet. Man, you still.
And I got my guy Ivan the Grizzly the Greats.
What's up, man? What's up?
And we are the Off on the Tangent podcast. As you can see, we are already with the shits and giggles.
Right off the bat. Right off the bat, man. What's good, man? What's going on with you?
Man, nothing much, man. Just maintaining, man. I know I need to speak about it, but I don't try to speak about it as far as all the stuff nigga been going through and shit. But I would say as long as you keep thinking positive on things or keeping yourself busy, you'll be all right. You'll be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't be one to depress listeners and shit like that, but I just say pretty much everything going day by day. I'm just I ain't gonna lie, man. I miss my motherfucker. I miss my dad, man. I ain't even gonna lie. That John just overcomes you at the most randomest times and moments. Nigga could be in the shower, taking a shower or some shit, and all of a sudden nigga just think about his dad just like boo-hoo or something. Like, man, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Nigga be looking at Bernie Mac or something. Like the Bernie Mac show, and then next thing you know, I'll be like, man, I miss my dad, man. So it's just going through the missing and because it's not like we just kicked it all the time. It's just like just the fact that you know that that person is not here anymore, that bothers you. So
right,
it's just been that. And I've just been surprised how it has affected me, because, you know, I ain't really no emotional dude like that.
Right.
Like, I do have emotions and all that or whatever, but I ain't just real emotional like that. So just surprised how it's affecting. So I say this, listeners, hey, your parents, you only get one, man. Whatever differences or whatever that you might have might squash them shits. Because even though you might feel like you might not be close to your parents, well, this is the ones who are not really close or whatever like that. To those who feel like they're not really close to their parents, you feel like you're not close to your dad, you're not close to your mom. Trust and believe when they are gone, this junk is going to affect you, man.
Yeah.
It's going to affect you, regardless if you feel like you're not close to them, or regardless if you feel like that, like I said, regardless if y'all feel like y'all ain't close, or regardless if you feel like that y'all don't got no bond or nothing like that, when that person is gone, that person is gone.
Right.
So you gonna miss them. You gonna miss the person regardless, man. It might not hit you like you think it's gonna hit you, but it's gonna bother and affect you.
Yeah.
Because I'll say this is almost like I say it's almost like when that father figure is gone, it's almost like, hey, dog, man, what do I do now? It's almost like, where is your place now? Or you got to take on that reign and all that. Are you prepared for it? It's like that whatever you would achieve to, your dad normally is that example. And when you don't no longer have it anymore, it's like, damn, what do I do next? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these last few months, man, it's just been like, man, what I do next?
Right.
And I will say, I off of my dad and all that, I will say just these past few months, I don't know if you pay attention when you look at yourself, like last week, past few days, I looked at myself in the mirror. These past 3 months, my nigga, I can see it in my face.
Yeah.
Just them 3-4 months and everything that's been going on this year, I can see that it has taken a toll on my face and my body and shit. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like you can even see in my eyes, because you know I'm a photographer or whatever. So in my eyes, you can tell or look, your eyes look sad, stuff like that. The aging in a nigga face. I'm like, man, that happened quick. So it's amazing. Like if you ain't taking care of yourself, and me, I'm taking care of myself. So it's amazing when you're not taking care of yourself or you got other things going on, how quickly you can age, how quickly they can take a toll on your body and just change things like that in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. I agree with that, man, because like going through divorce, I didn't realize how much weight I had lost in like the last year and a half. I didn't realize it. Like I have, even my mom was like, you lost a lot of weight. And you know, and I even looking at myself in the mirror, I started looking with bags under my eyes, and you know, that stress and anxiety and whatnot does affect your physical appearance. A lot of people don't realize that in various ways, you know, and so I had to start to work on that. And then I saw a difference. You know what I'm saying? I started to see a difference in the way I looked, and because the way you feel, a lot of times the way you look reflects the way you feel. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, anything inward is going to affect the outward, obviously. But I think, man, you know, I would just say that, you know, sharing what you're sharing is helping somebody because, you know, quite naturally, you're not the only person that's dealing with that particular, those particular emotions. and somebody else watching, and it's like now they can relate. They're like, oh wow, man, you know, I thought it was just me that felt that way. You know what I'm saying? And so hearing you say that is quite naturally, quite possibly gonna help somebody out. So, you know, I think dealing with loss, especially with men, a lot of times we hold in our emotions. We don't release them unless we just really, really by ourselves. And sometimes even by ourselves, we don't want to release them because we feel certain ways about releasing those emotions or whatever. But I believe that it's important for us to do it. It's important for us to talk to people about it. And, you know, in some ways, I feel like the podcast can be therapeutic, you know what I'm saying, for you and the situation that you're dealing with, and somebody listening may be dealing with that same thing. So, man, it's, you know, hats off to you for even having the courage to share those things.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't really have nothing to share as far as what I'm doing to deal with it. Because I mean, it's just
right. Sometimes it's just you explaining your emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Because in all honesty, I can't even say what I'm doing to deal with. I mean, you know, self-medicating, but self-medication. All I say is, man, finding something to do.
Yeah.
Occupying your brain, occupying your mind. And honestly, I want to say it will spark something within you to get some other shit going. It will spark some other stuff because you're gonna go down. If you're really trying to keep stuff off of your mind, you're really gonna go down this rabbit hole of, especially if you're a creative. You're gonna start creating so many different little avenues and shit like that. Like right now, I'm spread so thin because I got so many different little things going and popping. The ideas that I'm trying to get going and everything. So it's like I got 6 different things going on at one time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a whole thing. Reason why, like, a lot of times I don't get a chance to post the shorter snippets of the episode because I'm still doing something with the beautiful negatives, or I'm got something else going on. Like Southern Belle, we've been linking up because she want to do a cooking show. So been starting doing that, been doing product photography, all that other type of stuff. So need just been getting busy. But I will say this, as much as I've been busy, that 5 minutes that I sit and rest for a minute, my dad pop up. And I'm like, damn.
Right.
So
this is something.
Yeah, it ain't gonna. All I say, it ain't gonna go away.
Right, of course.
As much as you might want it to go away, or you be over it, or whatever.
Yeah, but it's important. It's important to be busy, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if, you know, I think that's something. If I can say this, I believe that's something he wants you to do. He wants you to be busy. He will want you to be using your talents, and he'll be wanting you to use those things to, you know, create more opportunities for you and your legacy. And you know what I'm saying? You know, the same way he worked to make a better life for, you know, your family, he would want you to do the same thing and not just sit by and be sad, but like be sad and be working. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because a lot of times staying busy, or, you know what I mean, working through your issues through working, like, it doesn't hide it, but it does give you opportunity to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that, hey, you know, there's some things in me that I still have to get out, because at the end of the day, you still got to look out your purpose. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, even with loss, we still got a purpose. You know what I mean? So, you know.
There is a part, like, sometimes you want to sit down. Sometimes I will say you want to sit and wallow in your shit.
Right.
I would say there's a part of me that believes people who do that, and don't try to crucify me, people, when I say this, but I believe people who sit and wallow are people who they like it to inflict pain on themselves. You know what I'm talking about? Like, how should I say? Well, people deal with stress and loss and handle it so differently. It's just like when you break up. It's just like if you break up with somebody, or if you are in a relationship with somebody and you're mad at them, and you're still mad at them after day 7.
Mm-hmm.
If you love somebody, or hell, if you love yourself, there's no way that you can still be mad after day 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you like in this situation here, just being sad all the time, to me, that's a form of inflicting pain on yourself.
Right.
It's like a person who is a cutter who
Mm-hmm.
cuts their wrist all the time
mm-hmm.
to constantly inflict that pain. So I'm only saying that to say you can get to a point where you want to wallow, but at the same time, that constant inflicting pain upon yourself ain't gonna do you no good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just anybody who's been thinking about certain things, not wanting to go on and stuff like that, it ain't gonna do nothing but hurt the other people around you in the long run. So just find something to keep busy, keep your mind going or whatever like that, because guarantee the person who you are having sorrow for or that you're missing, they wouldn't want you to do nothing like that. So I just gonna get that off of my chest, gonna put that out there. Cause I mean, this is the end of the year, my nigga. And for us who have survived, we all need to celebrate and congratulate ourselves. But at the same time, we've all survived some. Yeah. So just want to get that out there. Sorry to start it off on this somber as moment and everything, but I just felt like it needed to be said a lot of times.
It's all good, man. It's all good, bro. I think you mentioned about you talked about mental health, which I think is on a lot of people's mental palette right now, is mental health. You know what I mean? And I think even more so talking about we really need to express more of what the focus needs to be as far as even physical health too, because and I think both of them go hand to hand. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I think, I think we talked before about the way you eat does something to the way you feel, which affects your brain. Because it's chemicals. And I say chemicals, you have nutrients there in food that affect how healthy every aspect of your body is, your brain included. Your brain is an organ. You know what I'm saying? Your heart is an organ.
Speaking to that, what you just said, I know people are unaware of this, but a lot of times you stay hungry if your body doesn't get enough nutrients. Mm-hmm. So, say for instance, you could just eat a hamburger frying. Yeah, you can eat some Chinese food or whatever like that. Mm-hmm. It don't have enough nutrients for you, and you done ate a full meal. It ain't enough nutrients for you, and then next thing you know, you're hungry again. Mm-hmm. That goes for a lot of other foods that we eat. You'll eat and you think that you're full. Then like 30 minutes later, you're hungry again. The reason why you're hungry again or you're still eating is because you haven't fulfilled your body level of nutrition.
Right.
Which a lot of times that's the reason why people end up being obese, because they're still eating because they think they're hungry. No, your body is telling you, hey, my nigga, I ain't got enough vitamins.
Right.
I ain't got enough of what I need. Mm-hmm. It's like having gas. It's like having watered down gasoline. Mm-hmm. If you got watered down gas in your car, sure, it's full, but it's not as full like it's supposed to be. And that gas gonna run out and you got to fill it back up super fast. Mm-hmm. Same way. So,
and that water's gonna do damage. It's gonna do damage and rust out the engine parts, the motor parts. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Because it's functioning on something that it should not be functioning on.
That it should not be functioning on.
Like absolutely, your body can function on water, but not when it's trying to eat food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, that's a big thing. A lot of times like, man, but I eat all these vegetables, I'm still hungry. Apparently you're not eating the right things. Because once you eat how you supposed to eat, dude, I put like this. You can, in all honesty, you can just take some vitamins. I just want, like, for real talk, for as far as nutrition, you can take vitamins first thing in the morning. You can take some herbs, 2 or 3 herbs that feed and gives your body nutrition. Your body won't even be hungry until like 11 to 12 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't want to geek people out.
Well, no. That's a perfect segue to talk about something that I think, man, was really important. I saw a news story. Actually, there's an IG news release about Rick Ross partnering with the company JetDoc for affordable healthcare, which I thought was, man, like I thought it was absolutely. I mean, it blew me away, in all honesty, because
they got the online doctor service too, don't it?
Yeah.
So you see a doctor, over.
You can see a doctor via your phone. Yeah. Which man, I personally think it's probably one of the smartest moves I've ever seen a Black entrepreneur or even Black rapper, musician, entertainer make. I mean, it blew me away, but it was fitting because, of course, we know, Rose has had health issues throughout his career, and had seizures several times, almost died a couple times. But to see him, see him use this as an opportunity to diversify, to grow business, but also to impact the community at large is really, really a big deal for me. The healthcare industry, of course, we know is $1 trillion industry, but to be able to invest in it and then provide opportunities for people who don't or are not able to afford traditional healthcare, I think, man, just speaks volumes about not just him as a businessman, but him as a person. You know what I'm saying? Just him as a person. Yeah, a lot of times we look at entertainers, rappers, whatever, because they come from a similar element or they tell a story about a similar element. But this particular move is not alcohol. He's got alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not a food. He's got food. He's got other things. But to be like, hey, I've invested in this other stuff, but now I'm investing in health and I'm investing in welfare, the well-being of not only myself, but of my people, and allowing people the opportunity to pay $10-$20 a month to get seen by a doctor, get prescriptions at a discount. It just opened up the door to me for others to get involved in. And it's something that I feel like that others looking at the situation now should have already been involved in. You know what I'm saying? There was something that I was listening to. I forgot, it may have been Benny the Butcher, it may have been another rapper that was rapping and was saying that I can't really deal with rappers who just rap about the hustle and rap about the benefits, right? Like, let me hear a rapper tell you about how many of his friends got killed. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear somebody tell me about how much money they lost, how much jail time they spent. You know what I'm saying? Like, the negatives about their life in order to teach a lesson about their life.
So, because I guarantee you, if you rapping about the pros and the cons, a lot of these niggas ain't trying to be gangsters.
Right. Ain't trying to be gangsters at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying?
Because finding out the hard way, because that's why a lot of niggas, when they get out of jail, they reformed in something else. Because, hey, this ain't what I signed up for. I didn't think it was going to be this. I just wanted to make some money, nigga.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing behind what I'm seeing, especially this move that Ross made. Like, if you're a businessman, and especially if you're a businessman, you look at your own community, Black businessman, you say, well, what are some needs, right? Like, if I'm in business, I gotta find a need that's in my hood. So what do we need? We need a grocery store. So I'm gonna get a grocery store. We need a place for people to go get their hair and nails done. So I'm over a nail shop, or I'm open up a barbershop, whatever case is.
Hey,
but
that's
now,
hard. That's harder than people believe, though. That open up the grocery store thing.
It's very hard. And in all honesty, that can actually be an entirely different podcast by itself, because I have personal information. Me and two friends a couple years ago were working towards opening up one. It's a very, very difficult process, very difficult situation to try to bring about. You know what I'm saying? And it's possible, but it takes a lot of capital to pull it off.
Cause I know they closed down that Kroger that was on 3rd Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't
it reopened. It's a cash saver or something, I think.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say, even if you don't have Kroger, that junk could be. In all honesty, man, we need Whole Foods out on this side on that side of town. Oh, you need something like a Whole Foods on that side of town, or something like an Easy Way on that side of town. Yeah. There's nothing like that on that side of town.
Well, just a step to that, step inside that arena is a lot of times it's the affordability of the product that affects the ability to open that type of establishment in those areas. But with a lot of the research that has been done that is going on from an investment position, that it's more possible to do it now, because people will spend money on healthy produce, healthy vegetables, healthy, meat and vegetables and other stuff, because they still have buying power. You know what I'm saying? It might not be at the price point of a Whole Foods in Germantown, Collierville, or even in Midtown or whatever, but still a Fresh Market, Easy Way type, whatever, can work in those situations. It's just a matter of getting the resources together to do so. You know what I'm saying?
You say that it don't take nothing but get the neighborhood involved and to contribute. But I think that's a part of the neighborhood not wanting better for ourselves. Cause real talk, if you have the neighborhood watches, if you have a supporting neighborhood, I don't see why the neighborhood won't contribute something to a good grocery store in that area.
I mean, you say contribute. We'll explain that a little bit more so I can understand where you're coming from.
All right, so when you drive up and down Poplar in Memphis, over there by the Paradiso, over there by that Target, over the railroad tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas, that area over there, they contribute to that neighborhood. Okay. Even to the point where, even when I say that, even to the point where they have a say of what stores come and stay or go.
Right. Okay.
Okay, if you go over there, they got 2 Targets.
Right.
You have to ask that question. Why? They like that Target over the railroad track. They got 2 Krogers. 2. One over this side of the railroad track and a Kroger right on the other side of that. You got to ask yourself why. They have that neighborhood supports and they contribute to get certain things over in that area.
Right. But again, it boils down to resources. You know what I'm saying? Like the companies that are in those areas, you have to realize that those companies, like those are, we talk about what we call a big box brand or whatever, right?
I'm sure there is something that they're paying within their mortgage, their house note, within something they're contributing something. They got some type of a neighborhood fund or whatever. I'm sure that they contribute something to further their neighborhood is what I'm saying. we need something to that effect in our neighborhoods.
Right. So looking at that again, in comparison, those neighborhoods, right, traditionally they got long money, right? They got really, really long money. So when it comes to, again, so let's go back. So you remember we had the conversation about the census, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on what we have been told about the census is that the reason why Black communities don't get funding for XYZ schools and all this, and everything else, right, is because we don't fill out the census, right? That's what they've been telling us.
That's what they say,
okay,
right?
That's what they say. So looking at that, you have money that goes to certain areas for, you're going to get this built in this area, these things, whatever the case is. And so traditionally, we don't have the lower middle income, lower income African American areas, Black areas. We don't have the funding base for it. So essentially, like most of what we have or what we make is like what we make from our jobs. You know what I'm saying? So we don't get the dollars, the tax, like we don't get the return based on what we pay out in taxes. We don't get that funding back in our communities, right? So, and just speaking on a quick shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson, the Powernomics plan, he talks about the Black dollar not circulating in the Black community. And there are several reasons for that, right? So
we quick to take it outside of the neighborhood.
Right, true. However, and I always deal with, especially when it comes to issues that affect the disproportionately affect African American community, I always deal with the why. Like if we can start dealing with the why, we can start fixing a lot of the problems, but people tend to focus on the problem instead of focusing on the reason for the problem. Reason is back and I remember even when I was a kid, right? And the area that I grew up in South Memphis, everything was Black. We had Black grocery store, we had Black barbers, we had Black beauty salons, we had Black doctors, we had Black pharmacy, our schools were Black principals. Everything was Black in my community growing up. I'll never forget it. When crack cocaine showed up, right? 1980, between 86 to 89, you know what I'm saying? 84, 85, that period of time, communities became riddled with drugs and also crime increased, right? Okay, when that happens, your Black stores start, your store owners are getting robbed. Your stores are getting broken into. People are getting killed. You know what I'm saying? People are also ODing on drugs in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? And so you didn't see that in the popular Mendenhall area. You know what I'm saying? So at that particular time, of course, like, and even if we go back to the 60s, right? In the 60s, everything in the Black community was Black. You had Black doctors, you had Black businessmen, you had Black businesswomen, you had Black pharmacists, you had Black speech pathologists, people that helped special needs Black kids within that neighborhood, right? You had all those resources, and then different things happening.
I think we're getting back to that too.
Right, and I think, and you just made a great point. I believe, honestly, we are getting back to that because we're realizing. Right.
This whole COVID reset.
Right.
This whole COVID reset is.
There you go. Yeah. So back to the point about when I brought up about when I texted you earlier, when I saw what Ross did, it jumped out at me, and I was like, man, this stuff is really not new, Jay. It's really not new. We were already doing it. We were doing it 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like we were already self-sufficient, but when things started being taken out of our communities, it wasn't that white businesses and Ford and Chevy and all of that and whatever else that we wanted to try to drive like white folks. It wasn't the fact that we wanted to live just like them. It was the fact that we wanted to live better than what we were living because of the stuff that had been brought to our communities. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that, oh, you know, how people, and I hate that over the years, if you were affluent, a black person, and you moved out of your neighborhood, everybody talked bad about you, right? Because, oh, you trying to go live with the white folks. No, I just don't want my house broken in every 30 minutes. If anybody thinks I got something in it. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of do. Okay, I understand both. I understand both sides. I understand both sides of it. Because the niggas in the hood, because you can get money, but not move where the white people stay too, though. So I feel that because you can go, because real talk, a lot of us, we do go to move out and feel like that the areas that the white people live in is the better area. My nigga, you can create your own better area. And see, that be the thing, like sometimes we be lost in the sauce when we get the money. Like, my nigga, you can create your own area, buy your own land, get your own little house. And guess what? Can't nobody fuck with you or come out onto your own property because that's your shit. Right. So that's all I be saying. Now that I done peeped that stuff out, like, man, fuck trying to live around all around these white people or amongst these niggas. This my own, like Killer Mike said in his little special, this my sovereign land right here.
Right.
You trespassing.
So to that point, I was working out in Orange Mound, which, you know, Orange Mound is the oldest first black established community in the country.
We do not realize that we are leaving that area and white people are scooping that area up, and it's being called the edge.
Hold up. And there's two sides to that. Some parts of that is happening, and several parts it is not. Orange Mound, the old school Orange Mound people are not going. They are not moving. They are not selling.
Very good.
I spoke to, as a matter of fact, I was talking to one of my clients, and her fiance, they're black. He's from Memphis. She's from Chicago. They moved into a house, and everybody in their community, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 streets up, down, the side, everything is still black, and they're all people that are from that area, and they have talked and had that conversation about how that neighborhood is quiet. They have a couple little houses that are a little sketchy. You know what I'm saying?
It still sound like Chopper City some nights.
Right. However, and this is a whole nother conversation. And I wrote some of this stuff down previously, but there's a whole other conversation about trying to, if you can't pull in those people who want to have better, you got to get them out. You know what I'm saying? You got, like, if you want to trap, okay, trap. But I tell you what you're going to do. You're not going to trap over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to trap over here. Like,
trap on the outer districts of the mound.
Right. And as a matter of fact, if you really gangster about it, go trap in Germantown and see how it looks. Go trap in Collierville and see how it looks. Go trap in Midtown and see how it looks. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you really gangster like that. And that's the thing that the point that I've gotten to now is, if you really gangster, if you really doing this, doing that, or whatever, okay, go do it in a place that is not so easy to do. Why? You know you can't get away with it out there, because you know they're not going for that. And so we've got to get to the same point where in our communities, we got to say, nah, we're not going for that no more, because we ain't got to do that to get by. We ain't got to do that to get money. It's plenty of ways to get money now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to fall prey to what's going on. So here's the other thing.
And that's the other thing. Go ahead.
No. Here's the other thing. So we were talking, and I'm out there working, and all these old people come out. Some of their kids still live there. And we just got to rapping a little bit. I was telling them about where I came from and so forth and so on. And they were talking about how they were glad to see me out working in that neighborhood, and how they was like, hey, I got some stuff I want you to do. Come back, do this, blah, blah, blah. But they were like, everybody around here keeps their yard up, keeps stuff done, da, 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 da. And so that in itself for me was a lesson. I'm like, we've got plenty of neighborhoods where we are that we want to keep up. But a lot of times people, and these folks here graduated, they got great jobs. As a matter of fact, they moved from downtown to Orange Mound because they was like, hey, I can still get to where I need to get to. I'm still basically in the middle of the city. I got a really nice house with a really nice yard for less than half of what I was paying to stay in an apartment downtown. I got a house now. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, I got a house, and the value of it since they've been staying there has gone up. This is right in Orange Mountain Park.
Yeah, that was just while Obama was in office. I remember Michelle Obama was saying that Orange Mountain was now a historic district.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
So that just recently, that I want to say within the past 5 years, it was become a historic district.
Mm-hmm. And so it's important to protect those things. So when I see, you know, like I said, when I see the things that Ross has been doing, and we can move on, but those are things that encourage me, because I'm like, okay, now if like healthcare is not something that's going to go away, right?
Well, you can now in that case, you do got to have a name for yourself in order, because that's more so Ross is doing Jet Doc a favor as opposed to Jet Doc doing him a favor.
Of course, obviously, of course, but I mean, it's still a business deal. It's still a benefit for both sides. So even with the Jet Doc thing, and we talk about health and well-being. So, and I'm sure you don't really mind me mentioning this, but you're a partaker of medicinals, which we both are. What do you think about the recent passing of the decriminalization of marijuana federally by the House, and then of course it's getting Mitch McConnell stopping in the Senate? What do you think about that? Not just about what is happening with it now, but what's about going forward with it? What do you think?
Man, I already told you what I feel about that. Anytime,
yeah, but you ain't told the listeners. The listeners need to know what you think.
So I already said, like, once it becomes, if it becomes legal across the board, you should beware. You should, I put like this: one, you should start growing your own shit. That way you can't get hemmed up for growing your shit. And having your own. I wouldn't purchase or buy nothing once it becomes legal all across the board. And the only reason why I say that is because now Big Pharma is in the game. And once Big Pharma is in the game, now you have your GMO bullshit. Cause like, people don't understand, CBD ain't even fucking real.
Okay.
CBD, like, CBD is a perfect example of GMO.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree with that in a minute.
And the only reason why I say that is before I put like this, you cannot grow a plant from male seeds.
Right.
You can't grow anything from a male seed.
Right. Absolutely.
CBD, strictly if it's a weed plant that's strictly CBD.
Mm-hmm.
If you're smoking something that's strictly CBD, this is where it comes into play where they saying that marijuana is feminizing men. This is the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
These CBD plants are feminized plants from a male seed.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these CBD plants are coming from male seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like making a hermaphrodite seed.
Right.
A male and a female.
Right.
From one. And see, this is what I'm saying. So like when you get Big Pharma into play, they're going to make money from everything.
Right.
And you shouldn't make from everything. It's a reason why everything isn't used.
Okay.
You're trying to play God, and you're trying to play God, and you're not.
Right. So,
and when you do so, you're gonna fuck up some shit.
Of course. where I disagree is this. The reason why I disagree is because
I agree, because we all niggas are gonna get out of jail now. All of this other type of stuff. I'm cool with that, but when I'm talking on a mass level, once they're involved, you fucking up the game, man.
Well, okay, so here's now that part of what you mentioned about Big Pharma being involved, I totally agree with that. I totally, without a doubt, unequivocally, I agree with that. The part
you're now gonna have weed that has side effects,
right? However, you don't have to. So so the reason why I say this can be a major plus is because one, we have the internet. And the reason why I say that the internet is a game changer for a lot of things. The internet is a game changer for the internet is a game changer for everything.
Right.
Number one being distribution wise. So if I can order some pills over the internet, right? When I say pills, I'm not talking about nothing bad, but let's say it's just something for, it could be something for hair growth, right? Obviously, I'm bald, right? So if it was something that was like, hey,
that almond M&M out.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on topic here. Okay, so let's say it's something that says, hey man, it can grow your hair in a week or 2 weeks or a month or 3 months or whatever the case is, right? And it'll say, hey, whether it's FDA approved or it's not FDA approved. It's up to you whether you want to use it or not. This product, right, blah, 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 has side effects, not has side effects, whatever. Okay. 9 times out of 10, the one that says FDA approved, I'm probably not going to use that, right? Because based on FDA standards, this has to check, that has to check, this has to check. It's got to have this in it to keep it preserved and all this other type of stuff. If it's not FDA approved, says, hey, man, look, this package is going to be shipped to you in a week. You got to use it within a month or it's going to go bad or whatever the case is, right? What I'm saying is they're not going to be able to police an entire world that can ship whatever, whenever, however they want to do it. The reason why, they ain't been able to do that now. They can't do it. They ain't doing that already.
It's true.
You see what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is that's the reason why, that's one of the main reasons why Mitch McConnell won't sign that, is because he knows, and anybody else, it can be far left, far right, whatever the case is, any opponent of it knows is they're not going to be able to regulate it the way they think they are. Even with Big Pharma being involved, Big Pharma can only go so far based on what people's needs are. So if you go back, so check it out though. Check it out though. Marijuana. Remember the components of
all
marijuana,
drugs
right?
are about to be legal in a second.
Right, but hold on.
I ain't no hold on.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. In actuality, there really are already. If we start looking at,
I can't remember what state already has legalized all drugs. All drugs.
Yeah, every last one of them. If you remember, the chemical compound of malt liquor is like a couple percentages, a couple things off, and it actually is the same as crack cocaine, right? But is malt liquor not sold in stores?
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. What I'm saying is that what is grown from the ground, right? Whether it be a plant, whether it come, blown, whatever the case is, right? This earth that we have, at some point in time, this earth is gonna say, "Hey, look, you can't tell me what to do," right? Because it's gonna like it, you can't regulate the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what has happened is people have tried to manipulate, they have tried to control, they have tried to take what out of the ground and then add chemicals to it and all type of stuff. Also, I'm gonna give you an example. So the tobacco industry. The tobacco industry now has made less money than it's ever made. You know why? Because the tobacco companies got sued, the cigarette companies got sued and got their pants sued off of them. So they had to start putting, hey, this causes cancer. This causes incurable diseases, or this causes diseases that might kill you, right? if you're pregnant or nursing or blah, 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 or you're a kid, you can't partake in this. Prior to that, they didn't have to do that. But once they started getting sued for it, when it affected their money, then they had to start adding those little pieces in there. So people stopped getting a lot of those. Why? Because they're like, oh, cigarettes ain't just tobacco. Cigarettes is like 80% chemical and 20% tobacco. So now, dealing with what you mentioned about CBD, people have started waking up to CBD as well and figuring out, like, why would I buy this when I can go to California and buy the real thing, right? Because in actuality, of the benefits of it, they've had people who have cancer, they have people who have schizophrenia, they have people who have who are in treatments and so forth and so on, say that the benefits of medicinal marijuana are basically healing them, right? But if you start adding chemicals and so forth and so on to it, it does not have the same effect. It's one of those few items that you can't mess with it or it won't do the same job that it normally does. You know what I'm saying? The cocoa leaf, all of the other stuff, it really the same way. It gives you a crazy, like, it completely destroys you from the inside out, right? You know what I'm saying? So I believe, because of the way that we look at distribution and how I can connect with somebody,
they're not going to let you distribute.
Hours. Let me tell you something.
I mean, you're still gonna have your dope bulls who are selling, but what I'm saying is it's still going to be illegal to distribute, because anything over, they already said you can have, it's what is it, 28 grams? Anything over 28 grams.
Oh, that's more than enough.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they already saying if you're trying to do anything more than 28 grams in a month, I want to say it's more than that though. I want to say it's more than 28 grams. It's close to an ounce. So if you have, it's an ounce. So if you have more than an ounce, you still can go to jail for distribution. So that's what I'm saying.
Because they can't get their cut from that.
So that's what I'm saying. They're not going to let you, unless you have some type of a business license in order to have and to hold it. Outside of that, if you having anything outside of an ounce or something like that, then it's going to be an issue, a problem, and you'll still end up going to jail. So it's going to be a loophole around it.
Right, of course, but I'm not trying to start a business. Right, I'm just I'm just trying to deal with this condition that I got. You see what I'm saying?
That's why I'm saying when it's legal, just go ahead and grow your own. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead and grow your own.
But where you gonna get the seeds from though?
Go ahead and start saving them shits now, nigga. I know we all know we got some seeds somewhere. Save them shits. Save them motherfuckers. Put them in a Ziploc bag. We complained about, man, I got one fucking seed. Okay, guess what? Nigga, if you get a bag with some loud, if you got some gas and you just so happen to get a seed, save that bitch. Quit playing. Johnny Appleseed face ass, I will be, shit. Don't play. Just don't play, shit. When it's legal, who gonna stop you from growing some shit in your, now you a fucking farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what they teach in college now? Weed farming.
Yes, they do. Oh, shit. Absolutely.
Once it becomes legal, niggas, go ahead and save them sticks and them seeds, save them junks, and plant. If you ain't doing it already, some are already doing it, on the low. But all I'm saying is, when it becomes legal, that's just like liquor. Alcohol was illegal at one point in time when it was called hooch. So that shit was legal. When the government got involved and made it legal, that's when all of a sudden you start having this poison. Niggas wasn't dying from moonshine. Do you understand that shit?
Yeah.
Niggas wasn't dying from moonshine. But when you start drinking this other shit, niggas dying of cirrhosis of the liver and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because now the government or other powers that be or
just big business corporate. It
big
became a corporate
corporations.
thing.
Once they get involved, they cut corners. They put they like, oh well, we'll use this instead of that.
Right.
Well, we know it's banned over there, but it's okay over here. We'll just put that in here.
Right.
Okay. So when you have people when you have big corporations who are involved, who are wanting to cut corners, and they be like, hey, okay, well, since we ain't got these female seeds to grow this type of strand, let's get these male seeds. What is it going to hurt?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
or we know what it's gonna hurt, and we're just gonna do it anyway, because that's what we want to do. You know what I'm saying?
We already talking about how emotional men being and shit.
Speaking of emotional men.
What about emotional men?
No. Just emotional men. So, COVID, Corona dating.
Man, you said something. Well, yeah.
I have a question about Corona dating. How different is Corona dating? I mean, you can't. I don't know if you can tell me or not, but as far as emotions, as far as understanding differences, and like, how different is dating and during Corona? What do you think? What do you think the pros and cons are, if there are any pros? Right. Yeah, tell me what you think the pros and cons of Corona dating might be.
I mean, looking on the outside and just looking at, I'll put like this on the outside. Do you realize everybody is like 1 degree of separation from each other? Ain't no 6 degrees. No, you are one person away from somebody having the Corona.
Okay.
Do you realize it?
I was about to say, explain that in detail so people understand what you're saying. You
are like 1 or 2 people separate from the next man who already got Corona. Do you realize that?
Absolutely.
Like, and when I say it's down to 2, there are so many people. Like, okay, do you realize? You do realize you've seen movies where like people be in the movie and they catch a disease that might kill them, or they're very infectious. They know they have it and they don't say jack shit. And they go back around by being around other people, right?
Yeah.
This is fucking going on right now. Y'all got niggas right now. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about white people too. Y'all got niggas right now. Know they have it. Know they sick. Ooh, I gotta go out and go so-and-so. Nigga, sit your ass down somewhere. So this is what I'm saying. So, like, we all made a big deal about the all black affair, right?
Yeah. So COVID Givens.
So just imagine 2 people. We discussed this before. Just imagine just 2 people that was in there around all those people.
Yeah.
And all of those people that was there know somebody else that knows somebody else that knows somebody else. You dig what I'm saying?
And went home with somebody that night.
Exactly. And then that person knows somebody that knows somebody. Right. Like, you go home, you give it to your kid, that kid go out and go amongst other kids. They go home, spread it to their family. You be like, dude, we are 2 people away from having the Corona.
Right. So what do you think?
I say all that to say, when I look at that, 1, you gotta trust the bitch that you fucking dating. And when I say that, you have to make sure you trust this bitch with your life. That's all I'm saying. Do you understand that?
Oh my God. Crystal clear.
Cause this ain't like AIDS. This ain't like HIV. This ain't like you had some things that you could kind of protect yourself. But if you around here fucking with a chick or fucking with a nigga, there's just tongue kissing bitches in the mouth, 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? He don't know if either one of them got it. She might have it. He done tongue kissed the other chick down. You know what I'm saying? You have to look. When I look, I stand on the outside and I look at that shit. I'm at the house, my nigga. Fuck this COVID day. I'm at the house, my nigga. Do you know what I'm saying? You get there at 11 o'clock. Hey, what you doing? Bitch, I'm asleep. I done already took my elderberry and zinc. I'm in the bed. Fuck out of here. Shit. And then the other thing, this is the other thing, what niggas don't know, what we need to know. Do you know every time you bust a nut, how much zinc did you let off? How much zinc did you deplete your body of? Mm-hmm. You a nut away from killing yourself. I'm dead ass serious. You a nut away from killing yourself. Like right now, your body needs zinc to boost your immune system to fight off these germs.
Is that why we get so tired afterwards? Is that what it is?
Yes. You have depleted your body of zinc, and now it has to reboost. It has to replenish that shit. So you either have to drink or eat something high in zinc or high in vitamin C.
So do you have anything to help the fellas out what has zinc in it, or do we have to just go buy it, or what? Because I probably need a gallon of it. I'm kidding.
No, you're not. This nigga out here giving bitches zinc smoothies and shit. She ain't sick. You out here, you sick in the motherfucker. She out here like, oh, I feel great. My skin is all. This nigga like, oh, shit. I don't know. I ain't feeling too good. Shit, don't play, man. My nigga, all I'm saying is, shit, if you out here fucking out the frame, you better get you a bottle of some zinc supplement pills.
No, sir, I am not doing that.
You need some zinc supplement pills real quick.
No, I'm not doing that at all. Absolutely not.
I'm like, so you saying you better be dating a chick that is working from home, because outside of that, you are trusting a chick, or you're trusting a dude that that they're being as cautious as you are.
Right.
And they ain't dealing, shaking hands, kissing babies, whatever, without a mask on or with some gloves on.
So, question. So, should it be now, because of this, should there be a introductory COVID conversation when meeting somebody? Like, hey, do you hang out 3 or 4 times a week? Do you wear your mask properly? Do you
Shit, you can peep that. You ain't even got to ask that question.
No. I'm asking.
You can peep that in conversation if she go out all the time.
Right. What I'm saying is that, like, for introductory purposes, should there be like a temperature check or something when you go out with them? Because I saw some reason why I asked the question, because I saw something online. Well, I saw something on Facebook, and the young lady was like, "Hey, I'm meeting this guy, And I was on my way to meet this guy, and he was like, "Hey, do you have a mask? If so, bring me one." And she was like, she didn't even respond to it. She just told him she was gonna be able to kick him when she was trying to run back home. She was like, "If he ain't got his own mask, I know we can't kick it."
Okay. See, the gangster was about to comment, so I think I might have to preface.
yeah, preface that statement. Please do. Or do you think she just didn't want to go out with him anyway? So
I think she didn't just want to go out with him.
Oh, okay.
I think she just didn't want to go out with him. The only reason why is because what my first response was going to be that she probably just a female that's just want to complain about anything a black nigga do, period. So you have that. There's a lot of those. So that's the reason why I say I wanted to preface that. But I mean, just because he asked for an additional one, shit, that nigga might have left his. It's like I hate when I hear people talk like that. Like, did all your fucking common sense go out the fucking window, bitch? Like, there are other reasons why this nigga could be asking for an extra mask.
I just saw it. Thought it was, I just thought it was interesting. I did.
I'm sorry for using the word. There might be actually be somebody that, a friend of yours or something. So my apologies.
No,
I'll take that back.
No, I just saw the post and thought the responses were, just thought the responses were interesting, as far as what people thought.
But
some folks are like, no, don't go out with him. A couple of them was like, give him a break. Maybe he just left it at the house or whatever.
That's just like, if you are a chick and you talking to a nigga and y'all been talking about smashing and that nigga be like, hey, I ain't bring no condom. Do you got some? Or can you make sure you stop at the store and get some? I ain't got no time to go grab it. You gonna have a problem with getting that too?
I guess he figured that, if he don't stop on his own, that means he don't want it.
No. Okay, so you're telling me that there is no fathomable idea that a person, I might be on your way to your house, but I can't, there's no way for me to stop at this moment. Can you stop if you are already out?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Maybe that's not a good example, but I'm just saying this is just something I'll put like this. She would have found something else to complain about. That's all I'm saying. That individual would have found something else to complain about if it wasn't the mask. It would have been something else.
Maybe so.
Speaking of, well, I don't think we off of the COVID dating, but I want to throw something else up too while we're in the midst of shit talking. You know your white boy who knocked out Nate talking shit. The nigga been talking can shit, and now your boy Mayweather.
I saw that. So I got a question for you about that, because I saw it earlier and I was kind of like, when you sent me that, I was like, wait a minute. And at the time, I wasn't asleep or nothing like that. I was up and working, and I was like, this can't be real. Like, immediately, real. I was like, this ain't, maybe somebody posted. I was like, this can't be real. And then I looked at it again and I was like, wait a minute. This is actually gonna happen. Like, I don't know.
All I'll say is Nate Robinson is his friend. When I say friend, like, this nigga went out on a limb publicly to be like, hey man, good job, everybody. This ain't for everybody, blah, blah, blah. I'm proud of you, this, that, and other. This nigga went out publicly on social media saying, I'm proud of you, whatever, falling, this, that, and other. This white boy been talking can shit after it, walking around with a Nate Robinson jersey on. So this how we doing, my nigga? Okay, cool. Okay. Fight accepted. This is finna be an exhibition, and you finna see Floyd Mayweather whoop the dog shit out of this nigga.
Yeah, because I was wondering, I was like, when he said last week that he wanted to fight Canelo, and I was like, dude, like, nah, you ain't got, your head ain't got a little too big. You know, my mama used to say you too big for your britches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, this like your third fight. Like, come on, dude, you knocked out an NBA player. You know what I'm saying?
So
like, and I honestly, like, you know, what I mean, like,
so this is like looking at your little brother getting his ass kicked, and then watching the nigga keep talking about whooping your little brother's ass. It's like, oh, okay, cool, come fight me then, my nigga. Oh, okay, I'll whoop you too. Oh, okay, all right. Insert Birdman hand rub. Let's go.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Jake Paul is gonna wish he didn't.
And then Mayweather gonna tag Nate Robinson in. He gonna jump off the top rope and give him a Hulk Hogan leg drop.
Big leg by Nate Robinson. I think this. I honestly think it's a great idea. I don't think it's a great idea from the marketing perspective because it's really gonna, like, Jake Paul's name is gonna be all over the place.
It don't matter.
I don't like. I know it does. I don't like that part of it. But the other part of it is, I really do want to see dude get the brakes beat off of him. Like, I really do want to, because it'd be different if he knocked him out and been like, hey man, you know, he gave his best shot. He
didn't say good fight or anything. He just walking around with Nate Robinson jerseys. Hey, I'm gonna whoop the next man who was in my face. Like, word, man, you whooping it, just everybody's ass, huh?
Okay, gotcha. You know, had he been like, hey man, he gave a best effort, you know,
as the old people would say, you smelling yourself.
You smelling yourself.
You are smelling yourself.
But see, here's the thing.
All of your balls.
See, here's the thing. Because of this generation, right? Everybody's looking for virality, right? He knows his name is going to go down in infamy for fighting one of the greatest boxers of all time.
This is true.
And that's the thing that gets me, is because this guy who is basically, you know, what they call a YouTube sensation, him and his brother, I believe, Logan, like, again, they've entered an arena that they don't belong to, and they're using that arena. He's using that arena to blow his name up. You know what I'm saying? Even if he goes in there and Floyd, like, in 2 minutes beats the brakes off him without even trying, like, his name is going to go down in infamy is, like, I got in the ring with Floyd Mayweather. Now, on the flip side, Floyd is doing it, like you said, and I didn't realize, like, him and Nate were that cool. He's doing it to kind of redeem his boy in, quote unquote, the culture, right?
Not only that, I want to show this white boy up.
Yeah. Now, the thing about that is, I think it's known. Come on, you comparing, as far as the sport goes, Jake Paul to, again, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Like, there's no comparison. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
My thing is, if it were me, I don't think Floyd. If it were me, I would say I don't. Like, even though I know that Floyd is going to beat the brakes off of this dude, I don't think it's a good idea for Floyd to do it.
Floyd doing it for the money.
Right, because Floyd is going to get, like, Floyd.
You know how much money Tyson made off of this joint?
No. How much did he make?
It was a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it was, because obviously, you know what I'm saying, it was Mike's thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'll put it like this. Just off of the views that paid for the fight, it was like 1.2 million people who actually still paid for it at $50 a pop.
Right. And hopefully he got half of that. Hopefully he got half of it.
That's just off of that.
Right. And not including sponsorships, all those other deals, marketing deals, and so forth and so on.
So insert Floyd Mayweather, who got his own money team. You can imagine how much this is going to generate.
Right. But what I'm saying is that I would have liked if Floyd would have put one of his younger boxers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one of his younger boxers.
It's going to be the same way Mike Tyson fighted. He going to have some of his money team fighters in the undercards. Trust.
Right. Right. No. I'm saying I don't think that
I wanted his undercard folks to fight Jake Paul.
Right.
Man, Gervonta Davis would kill that dude. No.
I know. No. I get that. That's what I am saying. Because of Floyd Mayweather, who he is, right? Floyd Mayweather is up here. He is a professional, retired boxer, one of the greatest boxers of all time. Him getting in the ring with Jake Paul is a step up for Jake Paul, because at this point in time, now after this fight, whether he knocks Jake Paul out with one punch or not, or even like he can't, there's no knockouts or something like that or whatever. That's a dream for Jake Paul. My thing is
Jake Paul ain't gonna land one punch.
Stay with me, Jay. Stay with me, Jay.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's not about Jake Paul landing a punch. It's not about him.
It's about him getting in the ring. Period. He has gotten in the ring. I get that part.
Think about this.
Floyd Mayweather is gonna technician his ass to death, though.
But think about all of the boxers that deserve the opportunity to be in the ring with Money Mayweather. He does not deserve the opportunity to be in the ring with Money Mayweather.
None of them niggas beat up his partner, though.
I get it. But Money Mayweather is Money Mayweather.
You trying to make sense of it. It ain't no sense. The only sense is money.
No. Because Floyd Mayweather does not need the money. He doesn't need the money to fight this guy. Okay?
You don't know that.
If he picked one of his, maybe if he does. I'm just saying, from my perspective, if I'm Floyd, I'm gonna say, hey, I'm not worried about losing to this guy. It's an exhibition. I'm not worried about him embarrassing me, but I'm not going to let him further his fame by using my name to do so, right? So guess what I'm going to do? I'm gonna put him in the ring with one of my little homies that is 5 fights
Floyd
in,
called
10
him
fights
out,
in, or whatever the case is, and I'm saying, I get that. I get all that. But what I'm saying is, if I'm Floyd Mayweather, I don't need to call Jake Paul out. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Because guess what? Think about it, Jake. The last fight Floyd Mayweather had, who did he fight against?
Oh, I thought you was McGregor.
Who did? No, I'm at Conor McGregor, right?
Yeah.
Conor McGregor made a lot of money off that fight, right? He calls Floyd Mayweather out and says, I can whip Floyd Mayweather, blah, blah, blah. What happened? He got the complete brakes beat off of him, right? Okay. We already knew that was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. Why? Because Conor McGregor is not a boxer. Jake Paul just started boxing. He's really not a boxer either. So my thing is, for Floyd's sake, yeah, Floyd's going to pick up 15 million from this fight, 20 million. I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know for sure. What I'm saying is, does Floyd need this money? I don't know. My thing is, anytime these guys do stuff, it's not just for I'm defending my homeboy. I'm doing this. It's always going to be about, and if you know Floyd Mayweather, which you do, you know it's going to be about money for him. So my thing is, like, Floyd, you got all the money. You got your own company. Like, what is the benefit from you calling Jake Paul? Is it for the fact that you want to prove to this guy that he doesn't deserve to be in the ring and box? Like, okay, if that's what it is, I get it. But at the same time, I don't see why he would allow Jake Paul to use his name as a come up and say, yeah, I got beat up by Floyd Mayweather because I actually got in the ring with him after fighting Nate Robinson. You see what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like you basically giving this guy a leg up just by getting in the ring with you. Like,
again,
who goes from fighting Nate Robinson to fighting Floyd Mayweather? I mean, I'm not trying to make sense of it. What I'm saying is, regardless of the reasoning why, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, regardless if it's money, if it's promotion, if it's marketing, any type of money. You know what I'm saying?
I think your Wi-Fi is starting
so
to
I
break
don't see
up.
Why it's gotta be my Wi-Fi? You the one froze, not me.
Oh, I'm froze?
Yeah, that was you froze.
Man, whatever. So my words have been stopped and everything?
No, your words didn't stop. You just stopped. Like, it looked like you was on you had to.
No, I just was listening. I wasn't moving.
Man, shut up.
Speaking of come up, also, I know it was something else that I had sent you too. I seen your boy. He got a commercial. Fabo! Oh man, I see that nigga with a Krystals commercial. I'm like, look at this nigga.
Man, that man hollering on that commercial like somebody stabbing him, dog. I was like, what is wrong with this dude, man?
For a country chicken biscuit. Man. Oh, babe.
This dude hollering. He like, gotta have a Krystal. Get your breakfast chicken biscuit. I'm like, what is wrong with this dude, man?
While on top of a spaceship. He floating in on top of a spaceship, which I get it. I thought it was dope because, that's his song, Spaceships on Bankhead and shit. So what I said, I'm like,
but he got some overalls on.
Spaceships over Krystals and shit. I'm like, look at this nigga. Oh man, I thought that was dope. But at the same time, I was like, have you on outside of this Fabo commercial, do you realize how many commercials are out where niggas are singing for chicken?
Yeah, I know.
Man, so many commercials where niggas is singing for chicken. Like, real talk, when was the last time you seen a white person on a Popeyes commercial?
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Like, can white people not sell chicken or something?
It won't be as believable. Even though they eat more chicken than us.
Even when they did the Colonel with KFC, they saw that nigga was tan. He wasn't white. That nigga was extra crispy. He was the extra crispy Colonel. This nigga was my color.
Actually, he was darker than you. He was darker than you. Oh, man.
They got away with their blackface by tanning that nigga.
They so did. Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
Go and look at all the extra crispy. And it was a play on all of it. There was when they was doing the extra crispy KFC, they had the tanned kernel. When you had the original recipe, you had that plantation ass kernel out there. And then when they had the that Carolina chicken or that Tennessee hot chicken joint, they had some old Dolly Parton country chick, remember? She was a plantation chick.
Sure was. Yeah.
But that extra crispy, we should be fire hot about this because the extra crispy, that nigga was this tanned, dark white dude. He was a dark white man.
That was that dude's name. What's his name? Something Hamilton. George Hamilton.
Yeah.
That's his name.
And they tanned him a little bit more. He'd be like, get this extra crispy chicken. That's serving it to black people. Now, mind you, this extra crispy chicken, he ain't serving it to white people. I think they served it to white people one time, but the rest of those commercials, he's serving it to black people. The extra crispy chicken was only served for black people. Then they changed it where this tan nigga was serving this chicken for the white folks on the beach. You like, look at this programming. This extra crispy chicken.
Show is good, baby. Somebody give me some hot sauce.
Oh man. I can't remember what that Popeye chicken is. That nigga walked through the door, he's singing about some Popeye chicken. I'm like, all these Negroes singing for some chicken. Man. They didn't get rid of that black chick for the Popeyes commercial. Cause they got so many niggas singing for chicken.
My Popeyes recipe is so good, it have all type of niggas singing. I don't even have to do these commercials no more. Bye, y'all. Krystals chicken biscuit. Biscuit. When we gonna stop singing for chicken, man? We gotta stop singing for chicken, Doc. We gotta stop doing it.
We can't. We sing for everything.
We gotta stop singing for chicken, man.
We sing for everything.
We do, but
if the food is good, we sing.
Chicken's got
just think about it. If you at home, just think about it. If you at home and you got a good ass food, you got some got a good plate. And be like, man, this food good in the motherfucker. It's good in the motherfucker. You gonna make some type of a song that the food is good as shit. You making some type of a melody, a ditty, or something. So we always singing about some good food.
Steak. Steak. What? Oh man, we gotta stop singing for food, y'all. We gotta stop doing it. We gotta stop doing that.
I got one, and I think we can wrap on this joint. I know you got something else to get into, but
yeah, I sure do. Yeah.
Hey, question: what do you judge? So I saw this status on Facebook, and it was about men with like sex dolls, right? And I saw so many women judging men about a man having a sex doll. How is that possible? Because there's not really too many toys for men, right? So how can a woman who has, I don't know a woman who don't have a sex toy in her house. How can you talk bad about a dude who has a sex toy when you have more than one? One. Two, do you judge a man who has a sex toy? Would you get a sex toy?
Who, me personally?
Yeah.
No. No, absolutely not.
Why?
Nah, because I much rather enjoy the real thing.
Okay, so but there are times and there's a week where I'm sure that there's a week where you're not getting it.
Yeah, I'll just wait. That's my preference. I'm not I'm not using the Coochie 2700 XL. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to the store and be like, hey, can I get that Coochie 3000 over there? The one that's on the wall, the brown one. With the like 12 little pubes on the top. Like I don't want that.
So are you judging? I can't do that. So are you judging a guy who has a sex toy?
I'm not judging anybody. What I'm saying is I don't there's a double standard when it comes to that, right? Because I can't go and buy, I can't go do that, but obviously they can. It's just my personal preference that I don't like. I don't want no toy. I don't want no, dolls and none of that type of stuff. I enjoy actual flesh, like a woman. Like I'm not using the ejaculator 2700. I'm not doing that.
But you jack off though, right?
Obviously, yes, but I control that situation. It's not a foreign object. I've been doing that since I was 9. So, you can't change the past.
Man, we as black people got too many rules.
That's
all I'm gonna say. Like shit like that. We have too many rules.
That's the rule for myself.
No,
that's the rule for myself.
The reason why I say that while I was looking at the comments in response to that subject, we have too many rules. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm glad we got some of them though. Because there's some white folks be doing some freaky stuff.
Well, yeah. We can't be left to our own devices. No. yeah. Not at all. But
we got to be a wall of
But if you have, I'm like, if you got a device where you got to plug into the wall, I'm talking about for ladies. Like, ladies, you got a device where you plug into the wall, but yeah, you talking bad about a nigga because he got a sex toy of his own. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the whole thing. I didn't get it.
It's hypocritical. At the end of it, it's very hypocritical. I've seen posts like that. It's hypocritical.
Because they were talking down on dudes like they were weird, like they were lames, they can't get bitches. They were shaming these dudes. I was like, damn, man, these niggas can't have no toys? Damn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Cause how I look at it, so what about when so if the nigga is in a relationship and his bitch is tripping and she don't want to give him no pussy? Shit. I got a toy. Okay. Don't give me no pussy then, bitch. I got this junk over here. I got this lube. I'm straight. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand, because that's what women do. If they can't get it from their nigga or they nigga ain't satisfied them, they go use their toy.
Until they go use his cousin.
Right. So, like, so is the nigga supposed to sit and suffer? So, okay, you either allow the nigga to have a toy or he gonna fuck off. Which one do you want the nigga to do? So he can't get a side bitch. He can't get new pussy. He can't have a side chick. And he can't have toys? Y'all hoes is crazy. This is crazy. Because guess what? Them be the same chicks that ain't sucking dick, that ain't sucking dick and don't want to do no extra shit in sex. That's all I'm saying. That same chick is that chick. That only give him head on his birthday. And then at that point he even be upset.
Well, thank God I don't have that problem.
Yeah, because you out here giving zinc smoothies, and that's why you over here looking sleepy and shit. This nigga out here giving out the zinc smoothie looking like and yawning all the time. That's why you be yawning, nigga. Talking about you tired.
I think it's a perfect ending to the podcast, though, sir. You're talking a little bit too much about my personal business. No, that is not true. I'm not out giving zinc smoothies. I'm not doing that at all.
Well, you told on yourself earlier about that, but yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's how the zinc smoothie even came up in the first place.
You gotta edit that part out.
Hey, and I caught on to that shit that you told on yourself about on the last podcast. I didn't know what you was talking about. I was like, oh. I wasn't even thinking about her. Nigga, your camera ain't froze. I'm like, hold on, what? Nigga, your camera not froze. I would have just did the Fabo. You would have Oh man, you know what? That might be the name of the podcast. Just, oh man.
Oh man.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my God. Oh man. Well, I don't have anything else, man. I don't have anything else. Oh my God. That commercial gonna be stuck in my head all night, man.
It's stuck in my head all the time. I got that nigga yelling in my head all the time now. Ever since I seen that commercial, man, that nigga is yelling in my head now. I'm like, this nut here, man.
That boy probably got paid $27,000 to do that commercial. For real, man, he probably got paid $27,000 to do that commercial, man. Chicken biscuit. Like, oh my God, man, your kids gonna see that, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, hey, come on, dog.
Hey, but real talk, I think he is Atlanta's player fly. He is Atlanta player fly, I believe.
Oh man, I heard. Was it you that told me that Dolph signed player fly?
No.
Somebody else I think one of my other homeboys texted me and said that
what
no, I wasn't on none. No, my boy said that.
Was that the day you was asking me about some mushrooms?
No. I don't know what this guy's talking about. No, he said.
I'm talking about the mushrooms as you eat, man. We were talking about sauteed mushrooms.
Exactly. No, he said for real that Dolph signed player fly to a deal.
Oh, that's dope. Well, shit, they heard my recommendation about getting that nigga on the Dolph song. That's a perfect blend.
Yeah.
That's a perfect blend.
Yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah. So
if that's true, that's gonna be dope.
That's what I said. I was like, Flack can still rap. Like, I don't think nobody doubts the fact that he can still rap. You know what I mean?
I just have him on that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. That too. Like, I would just want him on the track, just doing his flat thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I heard, man. So shout out to. I'm not a big fan of Dolph. I'm not a big Dolph fan by any stretch of the imagination.
That shit, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just not a big Dolph
fan.
No
Dolph slander. Ain't no Dolph slander on the podcast.
That's not slander, bro. That's just not my preference. Like, I'm not a big Dolph fan. I mean, he repped the South. Okay, I'm cool with that. You know, I got folks in Castaic where he came up at, but I'm just not a big Dolph fan. It's not my thing. but I don't hate on them. You know, I don't, you know, whatever. But I'm just not a big dog fan. I mean, you know, I'm just not. So
big dog fan over here.
I know you are. I know you are. But you know, you got some good. You know, you got some good stuff out there. I'm just not a big. I'm just not a big dog fan. You know what I'm saying? Just like I never was. You know, I never been a big like. As far as rap goes, I was more Project than I was Paul. You know what I'm saying? And even Juicy. I was always more Project. Like Pat was always that dude to me. You know what I'm saying? And just real quick, like even listening to the new Juicy project, like that joint is like
I ain't like Pat. I ain't like his verse.
Oh, some of his verse was a little different. I know why you would say that because it wasn't a traditional Pat verse.
Yeah,
like we like to hear Pat.
I was waiting for it to kick in. I was like, oh,
It wasn't traditional Pat. I said it because I was listening to.
You gave me some Reggie, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you gave me some Reggie, man. He smoked good, but you gave me some Reggie, man.
Yeah. That's what I was saying when I listened to it earlier. I was like, he wasn't really just Pat on this one. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully that's a sign that, you know, we'll hear some, you know, some old Pats. Yeah, some old Pat songs. So but anyway, man, shout out to the listeners, shout out to everybody that especially like within the last probably I would say 30 days that's subscribed, the liking the videos on YouTube. I'm seeing a couple more folks hit that thumbs up. So man, continue to like and subscribe to Off on the Tangent podcast and YouTube and
share word of mouth.
Share word of mouth, obviously. And man, so you know, happy holidays, everybody, man. And looking forward to
stop kissing
everybody,
hoes.
man.
It's COVID.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I will say, looping back around to your COVID dating, that is hard as hell right now. Pause. Not being able to kiss.
Yeah, it's true.
That like, it's like going in like, yeah. Just gonna give me a little baby, kiss your forehead real quick.
It's like we're 17 and scared of mono all over again.
Man, shoot. I'm gonna have to kiss these hoes some saran wrap on my lips.
Yeah. You probably should have been doing rubbers. That already. You know they have those. I'm saying
this nigga smiling like you like you a client face ass nigga with your choir robe on. This nigga got a choir robe on talking about lip condoms. This looks like a choir robe. This nigga look like Pastor Mason Bether. Oh man. The simple fact you turn this angle, man, and I keep seeing this deacon collar.
This is a Nike.
Oh man.
This is a Nike track jacket, by the way, folks. This is not.
But the only thing people can see is, for those who can see, the only thing people can see, well, for those who can't see, we can only see this purple and white, which is to a lot of people is Kojic colors. So when you see this, I'm seeing the purple robe. This nigga like he coming out from Mount Vernon Baptist Church real quick somewhere. Oh man.
All right, dog. That's it.
All right, we gonna wrap up. My apologies. I just went on a quick little tangent. But yeah, we can go ahead and wrap this joint up. We do appreciate the viewers and the listeners. Thank you.
Thank you.
If it weren't for y'all, we wouldn't be even continuing doing this, John. But well, maybe we still would. We still be out here putting stuff out.
We would.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this John up. I am your host, Jason. JWILLDOESTV. Bucket Hat Boyz in the building. I got my bucket hat low, like fuck it though. You dig? And I got my guy, Ivan.
Grab him.
Ivan, the Grizzly, church choir.
Choir Ivan.
Mississippi Mass Choir face ass. The Greats. And we are the Off on a Tangent podcast, and we're about to this joint. Peace.
All right, holla back. Peace.